knows all things. We bow in your presence, Lord, recognizing that we are here today because you have formed us as only you can. And as we come, Lord, worship and so, Lord, we thank you for the fact that you have put creativity in the heart of mankind to do good, to improve upon, and to make things better. So, Lord, even as we come today to share, participate this exposition today, Lord, we pray that you be with us and lead us. We thank you, Lord, for the teachers, those who help to influence the young ones. Thank you, Lord, for the young minds that are able to adapt and to create and to present, even as they come and share today. Lord, we pray that you will grant the reward for their excitement and their sense of creativity, and even as they seek to put forward their best. We thank you, Lord, for the science department at Bethlehem Moravian College. Thank you, Lord, for putting in the minds of the mind of the department, Lord, to put on this exposition today. And Father, we pray that the time we spend together be so meaningful that much will be learned and much will be gained, and person will leave here motivated to do more, to do better, as we seek to be creative thinkers and creative workers. So we commit ourselves into your hand, Lord, and pray, Lord, to lead us by your Holy Spirit. We know that when he leads us, we are well led. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you very much, Reverend Seymour, for blessing our gathering here today. And we know that nothing is possible without the blessing of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, while you may hear my voice a lot today, I am not the center of attention today. You are, our students and our teachers who have journeyed from all over St. Elizabeth to be here to put on display all the things that they have been doing in their schools. But none of this would have been possible without the support of our administrative team and our administrators who are here with us today. I see our principal, Mr. Karcher, our true vice principal, Dr. Sharon Gardner, and Mrs. Claudine Blight-Miles. I see Mr. Cummins and Farquharson and their team, who are ensuring that everything goes as smoothly as possible, and we are provided with all the support that we need. I see some, as I said earlier, very familiar faces of some of my colleagues who are in the schools ensuring that our students get the foundation that is required. And that's why many of our principals are here. Many of them are graduates of Bethlehem. Some of our teachers who are leading the STEM programs in their primary schools are also here. And they are going to ensure that our day goes well today. I cannot thank you enough, schools, for coming. Presently, we have 12 schools, and we are very grateful that you could be with us. Bethlehem is not an easy place to find for some persons. When they are coming, they said they thought it was closer to Santa Cruz or Junction. But you have journeyed here for a good cause, or for a great cause. And I know that you are going to have an amazing day. Enough of me at this time. I'm going to ask the chief instigator and organizer of today's function, Dr. Odette Bailey, who she and her team from the science department has put together today's display. At this time, Dr. Bailey will join us here on the podium to give her opening remarks. Please welcome her.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bethlehem Moravian College. Mr. Malcolm would have apologized before about the late start, and so I'm going to extend that apology. So today we meet to examine science, technology, environment, and mathematics in action. And so some persons have asked, how did you arrive at this activity? Now, the activity, the idea for the activity actually began last year. We're in 2025, right? Yeah. So it began in 2024 on Research Day. And Mrs. Carly Smith-Gordon, who is not with us because she's on leave, and I had a very good brainstorming session. We wanted to find out how we could extend ourselves beyond the college. We also wanted to find out how we could involve our students and develop their leadership capabilities. Before I go on though, I want to acknowledge the members of the department. Mrs. Shaman Wisdom Tomlinson. I do not see her at the moment. I think she may be busy with her team at the back. I also want to acknowledge Miss Diane Griffiths, another member of the department, and Mrs. Carly Smith-Gordon in her absence. She was very instrumental in getting this off the ground. And so when we tabled it at our meeting in May, it did not take any time for all of us to agree that it was needed. It was necessary. We needed to engage our primary schools. And as I said to a teacher with whom I spoke recently, we need to get their minds off PEP just for a moment and let them relax and enjoy science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I'm going to ask all of you who have participated to give yourselves a big hand. And those of you who are not participating this year, we hope to see you next year. So I'm going to formally say that there are 4 objectives of this activity. One of the objectives was to engage our primary school students in STEM. We wanted them to actually present projects that connect with the classroom, where they would apply their classroom learning to the real world situations. We also wanted to get our Year 4 students who will be leaving us at some point later this year, we wanted to get them involved in showcasing STEM and allowing our students to have fun with science. We also wanted to give our college students some hands-on leadership experience. And you may see students and they are walking around and we call them event ambassadors. And these event ambassadors are going to take care of you for the day. So you will see them moving around and they are wearing badges, event ambassadors. So look out for them if you have any need at all. We also wanted to basically elevate the profile of the college. And so we want to thank all of you for making this day a day which I think we would consider memorable. So basically, for those who are listening to this for the first time, we ask our primary schools to think of a problem that they can solve. Think of a problem, especially a problem in St. Elizabeth, that they can solve, and come up with a product. Create a project of some kind to help to solve this problem. And so we have on board 9 schools. We would have loved to have more, but change sometimes is a very difficult thing for us to accept. And so it would have taken some of us out of our comfort zone. So our students are going to have on display projects that are real world experiences. In addition to that, we have the Scientific Research Council that has come on board to engage children in various activities. So I'm going to ask you to visit the booth and see what SRC has to offer and enjoy yourselves throughout the day. So please feel free to visit your booths And then you will see what our primary school students and their teachers have come up with in order to help us to better understand how we can take classroom learning in developing real-world applications. Thank you all for being here.
Another round of applause for Dr. Bailey and her team who has made all of this possible. I remember a couple months ago when I met our new principal, relatively new to Bethlehem Moravian College, but not new to the landscape of leadership. Neither is he new to St. Elizabeth. He said to me in a meeting that I think I have the easiest job in the world. And I asked him, why do you say so, sir? He said, he realized that he has an amazing team here at Bethlehem Moravian College working with. And that helped to make his job easier. And I agree with him. Because I've been here for many, many, many years, longer than any of you students here were born. And I know that the team here at Bethlehem Moravian College is an amazing team. If you get to meet any category of worker here, then you will understand why I make that statement. And at this time, while he's the head of entity and the person who is responsible for everything that is happening here at Bethlehem, it is a team that he says that he has around him that has made all of this possible. And so I'm going to invite our principal, Mr. Albert Kocher, to address us and to welcome us at this time. Give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Pleasant good morning, our special guests, Dr. Gardner, Dr. Rowe representing the Ministry of Education. He will introduce some other members from the ministry when he comes with greetings. Other invited guests, members from the community, our lecturers, hard-working staff members, and of course, more importantly, a special good morning to our students. Students from the primary schools in this parish. We welcome you this morning to Bethlehem Moravian College for two reasons. Dr. mentioned the two. We welcome you because we at Bethlehem feel the need to provide the information that is necessary to drive STEM. As the only tertiary institution in the parish, we have taken on the responsibility to lead the way in science, technology, engineering, and math. And so this being our first workshop of this kind, or symposium, we can promise you students and teachers that this is just the start. It is our job, as I mentioned, to provide the landscape that will bring to your doors, teachers, the information that is needed to help you in preparing those students for high school and beyond that. The second reason for us, from my perspective here, is that we want to showcase Bethlehem Moravian College. What is it we're doing? A lot of persons, even within the parish, not too sure. And so part of the function today is to say to our young people, although you're in primary school, we're planning for you 15 years from now, 10 years from now, when it's time for you to go to college. Bethlehem must be an option. And so we feel it necessary to start with the young people. We also see the importance, especially now, of the emphasis that the ministry is placing on STEM. And not just the ministry in Jamaica, but right across the world. STEM has become the buzzword. And youngsters, students, you must understand what is involved in STEM so that you can play your part in the development of your community, your school, your country, and by extension, the world. So we're happy at Bethlehem that we have organized this function. It's not for you. As a matter of fact, it's not for your teachers. It's not for the adults who are here. This function is simple to expose our young people and some of the things that are happening in STEM. As I said, come next year, we're going to ask the teachers of the respective schools. We're going to ask that you mark the calendar every year. This is the first, but it's going to be an annual event, and we are excited about the prospects because we have a number of sponsors, and we want to say thanks to our sponsors who we could not have had this function without. And we believe that there is a need at this time in the parish to continue to educate our students, educate our institutions on what is really involved in STEM. So for the students who are here this morning, here we talk about STEM and what is STEM, and your teacher will tell you. STEM is exciting. STEM is what is needed if you're going to do well. As a matter of fact, if you were to go on the internet, and I saw a young lady right here a while ago, I'm not too sure what school it is, but she had her cell phone up and she was actually filming the entire thing. That is part of using the technology. When she goes back to her institution, she can share the information, she can share the proceedings with the other students. So STEM has a lot to do with it. You hear people talk about robotics, and you see you go on television, you see people using the robot. That is a part of STEM. That is the exciting part of it. So what we are trying to do at Bethlehem is to start the exposure from very, very early. We want you to get a drone. We're hoping, Doc, that what we do next year, probably one of the prizes that we can give away, and I see the ministry looking, we can talk, it's probably a drone for your school. And so what we want to do also is that in addition to exposing your students, we are looking, teachers, we're looking to bring you back probably early next semester for a workshop in terms of STEM so that we can empower you to go back to your institution and help the student. So drone is an exciting thing, and if you can, you go on the internet and you see exactly what is happening. When you look to see what's happening on television, you find that a number of persons are involved in things like coding, okay, where you write programs. The drone that you see flying, some young person sat down and wrote a program, and the program is to say, they'll hook it up to the computer. It will tell the drone what to do, and one of the things that move from point A to point B. That is the excitement. That is where you come in, young people. A lot of us are getting old, and so we want to challenge our young people this morning. STEM is the way to go. It is your opportunity. It is your time now to make a difference in relation to what is happening. And so we will continue at Bethlehem to play our part. We will continue to get involved in partnership with the private sector and the ministries. We mentioned earlier that the Ministry of Education is represented, but the Ministry of Science and Technology is also represented. And so this is where we need to go. The final thing for me, I want to say to the schools that are here, do not be afraid to invite Bethlehem into your space. Do not be afraid when you have your functions. We are ready, our lecturers are ready, our organizers are ready to provide the type of guidance that is needed. And so in our inaugural expo, STEM Expo, we want to welcome you to Bethlehem. We want to let you know that we are here to provide the type of leadership and the type of guidance that is necessary, and the fact that you can call on us. So teachers, when you're having your workshop, talk to us. We can help to sponsor some of the workshops that you're having. Call on us. Again, as I said earlier, being the only tertiary institution, we have decided that we will take the lead in ensuring that we provide the help that is needed for our educational institution. The other thing too is that we are also looking at how we can help small businesses, medium-sized businesses in the community in terms of helping them with the technology so that they can be more productive. And so this is what we're on for at Bethlehem. So I want, on behalf of the entire team, on behalf of my two vice principals, Dr. Gardner and Mrs. Miles, all my lecturers and all my workers, we want to thank you very much for participating. We want to welcome you to Bethlehem Moravian College, and we want you to go out there, enjoy what is happening, learn something new, young people, and more important, not just learn. We want you to learn something here, then take it back to your schools. and try something. That is what STEM is all about. You're going to get it wrong 5, 10 times, but you're not going to give up. Science, technology, engineering, and math is the way to go. On behalf of the entire Board of Management at Bethlehem, we thank you and we welcome you to our first Math STEM exposition today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Another round of applause for our principal. Told you earlier, he has made a commitment to us that he is going to ensure that the college continue to provide the necessary support that is needed so that as we start now, we'll continue to grow into what we hope to become in the future. I told you earlier that I'm not the person who's going to be doing a lot of talking because we have enough persons to do that. By way of information, there is a bunch of keys that I have, and I'd like for the person who has lost a set of keys with Washington Wolves on it to come and collect them from me. I also have a cell phone. And the beauty, yes, nice one too. But the beauty about technology now is that you remember once upon a time there was incidents of stealing of cell phone. That can't happen anymore because it is asking you for facial recognition. I want to find out from the Scientific Research Council later on how can we twin to AI with what we do in other areas of technology and research to make it easier and simpler for us. When I was a little boy, I met a young man on my sojourn here through Bethlehem Moravian College. And in interacting with him, I realized that he was not just an ordinary person, he was brilliant, a matter of fact. I remember he was part of this math and science group that we had here at the college. And we would often sit at his feet to learn a lot from him. Fresh out of high school, I think it was Monroe College that he was coming from, with all his intellect and knowledge. And he came here, and while he was not a pioneer in the program, he left an indelible mark on us here at Bethlehem, and he's also making his mark now in the education circle. I speak no other than Dr. Lennox Rowe, who is presently working and representing the Ministry of Education. He actually works in the core curriculum unit at the Ministry of Education, and he's responsible for the sciences at the ministry. We are going to hear from him now, but before it comes, if you notice that we are getting a little bit of drizzle. My grandmother always tells me that when it rains, it's a blessing. I'm certain that the farmers are happy, the plants are happy, and that is why I say we are going to have a wonderful day today. Dr. Lennox Rowe will now bring us greetings from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information.
Yes, sir. Yes, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Malcolm. Hey, the brother man can't chat him, man. Talk out all my business. But anyway, protocols haven't been established. Let me first of all congratulate Bethlehem Moravian College for this initiative. Young people, yes, thank you. Young people, this symposium is for you, as the principal has outlined. So let me ask a question. What does STEM, S-T-E-M, what does it mean? What does it stand for? Anybody? Yes, there? Stand up, man. Sure, you're going Mayfield? Which school that is? Schoolfield. Okay. May you tell everybody what STEM is?
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics.
Put your hands together for her. Yes. Now, STEM is an approach to teaching where we employ scientific skills, technology, engineering concepts, and mathematics to solve real-world problems. It was about 2-3 weeks ago, I represented the ministry at Case, where they opened their science symposium. This is pointing to the fact that STEM is an approach that every country is now embracing because we are facing a myriad of problems in our world. And we have to find an approach, we have to find a way there we can solve these problems. Now, you notice that there are other things like STEAM and iSTEAM, and they have plenty of them out there. But it's just that other disciplines are trying to jump on the bandwagon, right? But the original STEM, those 4 core disciplines, is what we are actually piggybacking on to bring us through the problems that we are facing. Before I go on, let me just say that to present with us from the Ministry of Education, I don't think they are here as yet, but we have the National Science Coordinator, Mr. Sadfa Bennett, will be here. We have Dr. Francine Taylor Campbell, who is the officer in charge of chemistry. She will be here. And so we have a team from the ministry who's actually supporting this initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth, and Information, I bring you greetings. I greet you all. On behalf of the Minister, our Permanent Secretary, our Chief Education Officer, and the Officer Corps of the Ministry of Education, we say enjoy the setting today, view the exhibits, and I am quite sure that there is something out there for you to learn. And, you know, speak of the deviless, and here she is. Sorry, not calling her a devil. But we have with us Dr. Francine Taylor Campbell, a proud alumni of Bethlehem Moravian College, Bethlehem Teachers College back in our days. Right? So, Dr. Campbell, welcome back to Bethlehem. So, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, we greet you well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rowe, for your greetings from you and your team at the Ministry of, remind us, Doc, because I noticed that the name keeps on evolving. Ministry of Education, Skills, Information, and Youth. Yes, we'll not forget that. Youth and Information. Thank you very much. And you must feel proud to be back here at your alma mater. Yes, I know. Bethlehem is still doing great things. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, none of this would be possible without some of our sponsors. And I want to just take a few minutes to just tell them thanks. Bethlehem Moravian College, Minimart, BMR, Windmill. That's the first person I met, a matter of fact, the representative from BMR. Those are the windmills that are around there. Fontana Pharmacy in Mandeville, Jamaica Information Service, the Jamaica Teachers Association, NCB Foundation, National Baking Company, Real Boss Unique Designs, the Scientific Research Council, SimIce, Technology Solution Limited, Young Vibes, and individuals such as our principal, Mr. Albert Karcher, Tomlin Ellis, Marlon Davis, and other private donors. They helped to make this event possible. Our president of our guild is here now, and she is going to speak with us now to introduce to us our guest speaker. Please help me welcome Miss Kishev Winter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to adopt the protocol already established by today's chairperson. Pleasant morning to you all. As the Guild President and a fourth-year finalizing student with a specialty in mathematics and science, it is a pleasure to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for joining us today at Bethlehem Moravian College for our first STEM Exposition. It is with great excitement that we welcome our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Natwain Gardner, to this year's Science Exposition for primary schools. Dr. Gardner is a passionate scientist and biotechnologist who has dedicated her career to advancing scientific research and innovation in Jamaica. As the Principal Director of Science at the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, Dr. Gardner plays a key role in shaping national science policies and initiatives. Her expertise in applied organic chemistry, research and product development has led to groundbreaking work in substance abuse treatment and the use of natural products in medicine. With numerous peer-reviewed publications and leadership in developing Jamaica's medicinal cannabis unit, Dr. Gardner's contributions to science and health are truly inspiring. Today, she joins us to share her journey, knowledge and passion for discovery, motivating young scientists to embrace curiosity and innovation. Let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Natwain Gardner.
Good morning. Ms. Windsor, thank you for that beautiful introduction. To the chairman, the principal, Mr. Albert Corcho, our vice principals, Dr. Gardner, I think we're related somehow, I have to meet you, and Mrs. Claudine Blythe Mills, our head of division, Dr. Bailey, our MC, Mr. Malcolm, and to all students, teachers, and other visitors, good morning, everybody. It is indeed my pleasure to be here at Bethlehem Moravian College to be the guest speaker for such a wonderful occasion. It is my first time here at Bethlehem. I'm very excited. I got very good directions from Dr. Bailey, so I did not get lost. But it is very pleasurable to be here with you, the cool atmosphere. We got blessings of a little drizzle of rain to cool the place down. And I'm inhaling some really fresh air, so thank you for inviting me. When we got the invitation at the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, our minister, Honorable Darrell Vaz, insisted that we be represented here. Science is one of the portfolios that are often overlooked or underlooked, however you want to look at it. And we want to ensure that that is changing as we go forward, especially within the STEM era. I look very young, so I could look like your brothers and sisters, but I'm telling you that back in the day, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have computers, we had to dig up in libraries, get a library card. How many of you boys and girls are members of a library? You know where the library is? We used to go to the library for fun on Saturdays. We have our little library card. We take out a book. We read the book. You have a certain time in which to read it. You bring it back. And then there came about computers. You guys heard about the floppy drive? No? It was a very big storage device that you put inside a computer similar to a USB, right? But it didn't hold so much information. You put one picture on the floppy drive, it full up, and that was it. You guys now have everything you need at the tip of your fingertips. The world is evolving so rapidly with burgeoning new, exciting information, and you guys are benefiting from all of this beauty that is around us with regards to STEM. I'd like to thank the Bethlehem Moravian College for hosting this wonderful event and for giving us the opportunity to celebrate the creativity, the curiosity, and innovation of young minds like yours. Today we're gathered under the theme, Innovating for Tomorrow, Young Minds Solving Real-World Problems. But, boys and girls, can you tell me what is an innovator? I see some young men here that have their name tags on, and one is a manager, one is an innovator, right? And I walked around and I saw some beautiful booths being set up. What is an innovator? What does it mean to be an innovator? Can somebody tell me?
What it means to be an innovator is that you create things, you make things that nobody has made before.
Wonderful. Excellent, excellent description. An innovator is an ideas person. You have an idea. It could be something very new, it could be something very unique, or it could be an idea to improve something that is already in existence. Back in the, remember I told you about the floppy drive that nobody here has heard about? They improved the floppy drive and they innovated the innovation of a floppy drive over time. They got a DVD, they got Blu-ray. Blu-ray was very short-lived, that held more information than a DVD and a CD. And now we're at what? External hard drives that can hold terabytes of information. Those were unfathomable back in the day. And they have USB that you can just walk around with so much information on it, right? So there are so many things that can be done with innovation. And guess what? That means you, boys and girls, yes, each and every single one of you are the scientists, engineers, inventors, and problem solvers of the future. Why is STEM important? One of you bright young people told us earlier what STEM means. Science, technology, engineering, and maths. It's all around us. It's in the clean water that we drink, the bridges that we cross, the cars that we drive, the technology that we use every day. Everybody know about internet. Everybody know about WhatsApp. Those are innovations in technology. And even in the way that we grow our food. So we're having a problem. We're having a large amount of population with we're decreasing amounts of land space. So what they're trying to do is to grow more fruits, more foods grown from the earth in smaller acreage so that it improves the yield, it doesn't affect how much is grown, and it can still serve the people. That's a type of innovation. What about brushing your teeth this morning? Toothpaste wasn't even innovation, right? And then you have some people that are sensitive to certain ingredients that are in toothpaste. And what did they do? They invented or innovated a different form of toothpaste that could help people with that problem. So it's something, innovation is something that is continuous. All right? It's not something that we just think about today and that's it. When your grandmother used herbs to make bush tea, that is science. When you take your lemongrass or your fever grass and you have cold and your grandmother say, all right, take 2 leaves, you put it in 8 ounces of water or a cup of water, you boil it for 5 minutes, you allow it to cool, you put some sugar in there, and you will feel better over time. That's innovation. Did you know that, boys and girls? When you see a fisherman building a strong bamboo raft, that is engineering. When you work out your lunch money to buy patty and box juice, and then you have a little bit left over to buy a toy, that is mathematics, right? So STEM is not just in books. It's a part of life. It helps us to find solutions to real problems, big and small. And today, through your projects, you are showing us just how powerful young minds can be in making a difference. You are innovators. Think about this. What if you could invent something that makes life easier for your school or your community? What are some of the things? I see some, that was one of the projects that you guys were supposed to do today, and I see some really interesting things. What about, remember when Beryl, anybody remember Hurricane Beryl? And remember that Saint, was one of the most affected parishes. A lot of people were without light for what, 2-3 months? I was without light for like a week and I was dying. I can't even imagine. So maybe an invention could be a solar powered fan to make use of the sun, especially when classrooms get too hot? What about a solar-powered light for the schoolyard to cut back on electricity and to be sustainable? You guys heard about sustainability, right? Making the world a better place so that it can go on longer. What about a water-saving system to help farmers during dry seasons? And I saw a project on that. I'm excited to go around and see that later. What about a rainwater system to collect water when pipes are locked off? What about a robot that can help us to clean up garbage and make Jamaica clean and our environment healthy? Guess what? All of these ideas and more can become real. They can start right here today at the STEM Exposition. Guys, I want you to realize that you are to dream big. Start small and never give up. The principal mentioned earlier that sometimes you're going to fail. You invent something, it doesn't work the first time. That's all a part of innovation. What you do is you learn from what went wrong and you improve it. That's only how things get better. Some of the world's greatest inventors started with very small ideas and big dreams, just like you. Anybody ever heard about Alexander Graham Bell? He invented the telephone. Very good. Now that telephone, we don't use the strings. What we do is we use cell towers and the Starlink things in the sky, and we can talk to anybody in the world. You can talk to somebody, you know anybody in China? You can talk to somebody in China. England, where else? Australia, and you can just dial, press a button, and you can talk. Even video call them, right? What about Marie Curie? Anybody ever heard about Madame Marie Curie? A famous female scientist and inventor? She discovered radioactivity, right? So you guys hear about nuclear science? All right, that's something that Jamaica is looking into now, but nuclear science is not just about nuclear energy. We've been using nuclear science for a very long time. For example, anybody ever break them bone? You fall and break a hand or a foot? And what you did? The doctor sent you to do what? An X-ray. And that X-ray uses nuclear technology to look past your skin and your muscle and your capillaries and your vessels to look at what happened to the bone. Does your bone need to be pinned? You know, does it need a regular cast? Those are things that help us. When your teeth are giving trouble, sometimes we eat something that's too tough, all them tough sweetie there, and too much sweetie without brushing our teeth properly. We need to do an X-ray to look and see what the extent of the damage in our mouth is. That's nuclear technology as well. We're also employing, guys, nuclear technology in Jamaica, real time, to look at improving the shelf life of our grown products, right? What do you think is important to improve shelf life of products? What is shelf life? Anybody ever thought of that? SRC is doing that project. You can talk to them about that later. You guys ever heard of Jamaican ginger? Ginger tea, where you make ginger tea and the coconut drops and those things. You know that Jamaican ginger is one of the best ginger in the world, right? And you will hear mommy and auntie and daddy talking about Jamaican coffee, Blue Mountain coffee, High Mountain coffee. Those are one of the best coffees in the world. People in China knocking off Jamaican coffee. You guys ever heard about Jamaican pimento? One of the best in the world as well. And these are things that can help boost our economy and bring us money. But they don't last a very long time. When we pick them, you know, with spoilage and introduction to moisture in the environment, they tend to go bad very quickly, especially when you have viruses that affect the plants and they affect the shelf life of the products as well. So we're looking into irradiating, using nuclear science, those materials to make them last longer. And that will give us more money. What more money mean for Jamaica? Better schools, better education, better roads, better prisons. I like that one. But we don't want to, we want to phase those ones out. All right, you guys heard about Elon Musk? Yes. Oh, no, know about Elon Musk, but not Alexander Graham Bell, right? Elon Musk do the Tesla, him do cars, and him do Starlink, right? Starlink, you don't need the cell phone towers that we have. So when Beryl come and knock out the electricity and we can't access the digital and the flow lines and all of that, Starlink uses low-lying satellites orbiting the Earth, and it passes the signal so you still can have your internet connectivity. That is innovation, boys and girls. But did you know that Jamaica has trailblazers in STEM? You guys know about any Jamaican scientists like Dr. Henry Lowe? Anybody heard of Dr. Henry Lowe? Dr. Henry Lowe has a few patents for medication in Jamaican plants like guinea hen weed, cannabis, right? Jamaican cannabis. And these drugs help to fight diseases like leukemia. And he's gotten orphan drug status from the FDA, and it's being used worldwide to help people with this problem. Dr. Paula Tennant, a female scientist in Jamaica, she developed a papaya, which is the solar sunrise papaya, that is resistant to the papaya ring spot virus. That's another innovation, and that was done right here in Jamaica. We have another one, Dr. Terence Forrester. He's doing work on how nutrition, thank you so much, and lifestyle affect diseases like diabetes and hypertension, which are common to our region. We also have people that are trailblazers in technology and education and mathematics. Anybody ever heard about Dr. Glenn Christian? He is a businessman that built a pharmaceutical empire right here in Jamaica and is committed to using science to improve healthcare across Jamaica. We even have trailblazers in energy and agriculture. You guys ever heard about Dr. Lecky? Dr. T.P. Lecky? Oh my, no man. He is a worldwide famous Jamaican scientist that developed a cattle, the cows, called the Jamaica Hope cattle, a breed of dairy cows that produce more milk and can survive in Jamaica's hot climate. So he started breeding in cows and get improved things, and he did this worldwide. We have the SRC here, and the SRC, guys, is an organization that is a government organization, boys and girls, that what they do is they look at ideas that people may have, and they try to help to make their ideas move from just ideas into innovations, which are things that people actually use on a day-to-day basis. And who knows, the next big inventor might be sitting right here today. All right, and I can say that I knew you from Bethlehem Moravian College, STEM Exposition 2025. So today, boys and girls, as you present your projects, believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions, try new things, and even make mistakes, because that's how we learn and grow. Even if you fail the first time, keep going. We only learn from our mistakes. Be proud of your ideas, because Jamaica needs innovators like you to help build our future and to make it bright. The world is changing, and with your ideas, your creativity, and your passion, you can change the world too. So go out there, show off your amazing projects that I'm excited to see and learn about, and let's make the future brighter, one innovation at a time. Thank you, and best of luck to all of you today.
Before Miss Mara K. Johnson come, Doc, I would sit and listen to you for the entire day. One thing though, Dr. Gardner, yes, you spoiled my little surprise, because all your scientists that you have listed, I have them here and I wanted to give them pop quiz so that I could win prizes. Yes, but we'll still, yes. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to invite Miss Mara K. Johnson, the Year 1 student in the Maths and Science program, to do a presentation to our guest speaker. Mara K. Doc, please come.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, students and special invited guests. It is truly an honor to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Natwayne Gardner for her insightful and thought-provoking presentation on the role of STEM in shaping the future. Dr. Gardner, your words have deepened our understanding of how STEM can drive innovation, transform education, and address real-world challenges. One key takeaway from your presentation was STEM is not just in books, it's a part of our lives, which aligns perfectly with the theme of today's STEM exposition, innovating for tomorrow, young minds solving real-world problems. Your insights have inspired us all to embrace STEM as a powerful tool for shaping a better future. On behalf of everyone here, we extend our deepest appreciation for your time, expertise, and dedication to inspiring the next generation of innovators. As a token of our gratitude, I am honored to present to you this basket, which symbolizes our sincere appreciation for the knowledge and inspiration you have shared with us today. Thank you once again, Dr. Gardner, and thank you all for being a wonderful audience. Let us continue to innovate and shape the future together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's very beautiful. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Doc. And let me pause at this time to welcome Mr. Sadfa Bennett. He has journeyed all the way from Kingston. He's our national science coordinator, and he told us earlier that he would not miss this for the world. So, Mr. Bennett, welcome to Bethlehem Moravian College. I hope you will have a wonderful day with us, and you'll take back word to the minister about all that we are doing here at Bethlehem Moravian College. And if you notice, to my immediate left is my very good friend that I have known for many years, ever since I came to Malvern, Mr. Mitchell. How are you, sir? It's good to see you again, my brother. Yes. And Dr. Campbell, yes, man, Dr. Campbell was greeted earlier on. She's always here with us. And thanks for coming. You see, one of the things that makes it special, Dr. O, is the fact that we are off the beaten path. And people still find the time to be with us. They could have been engaged in many other activities, but they decided that they were going to journey to share with us and our students and our cooperating schools and our teachers who have been doing wonderful work in the schools with our students, the teachers who are often overlooked and underrated. I often tell my students that I teach that COVID was good in some ways, very bad because of the destruction it caused. But one of the things that parents and stakeholders realized during COVID is the amazing job that our teachers are doing in the schools with our students. And I think teachers, you deserve a round of applause. You are the unsung heroes of our education system and the backbone of our society. Continue to do what you are doing in spite of the struggles that you face every day. Parents realize that they just cannot teach, and you are really magicians, you are really wonder workers, and we applaud you for all that you continue to do in our schools, for our young minds. Dr. Gardner often tell me, when you see those bright-eyed, bushy-tailed students come and sit in front of you, make certain that you change their lives for the better. That's what we are here for. That's what God ordained us to do. Not all of us were born to become preachers. Some of us were made to be teachers like Christ. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who are excited to be here on campus with us, this is why you're here. No, and this is the part that we are going to get to. Dr. Bailey is going to take us through what happens right now. And then if you notice, we have a stage here that nobody has used before. At some point throughout the day, we are going to call you to perform up there. And when you perform, we are going to give you prizes. So we're going to see which schools are the best schools in St. Elizabeth as you compete in a nice way against each other. Dr. Bailey, can you please join me here to take our students, our participants, our teachers through the rest of this day's proceedings?
Thank you, Mr. Malcolm. So at this point, the exhibits are open, so the schools should have set up by now and are ready for us to view their exhibitions. We're going to now have viewing, and then we're going to have judging going on while we have the viewing. And in addition to that, you have 2 tents that you need to visit: the Scientific Research Council's tent, and our year 4s are on show, and they are actually going to take you through some fun experiments. And we are going to move into lunch at a time to be decided. We'll let you know. And in addition to that, we are going to have a lunch hour concert. So we're going to invite all our children to come to this stage and perform your hearts out. Then we're going to have quiz competitions, and we're going to ask you to join in that, and we have Bethlehem tokens for you to take away. So there are lots of prizes and surprises awaiting you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we may now proceed to look at the various displays, and the children will visit the booths and interact with the presenters. Thank you very much. We resume at some point once the judging has been completed. So we'll let you know as we go along. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Doc.
Could the judges, could they meet me here, please, before you go to your station? We have Mrs. Francine McLean, Mr. James Fox, Ms. Jody Newell, Ms. Shirley Miles, and Shaquille Dunkley. If you can meet me here, and then I will just say to you, where is it that you'll meet as a group?
Thank you very much, Doc. Please remember, I still have that bunch of key, and I still have that smartphone that somebody left carelessly somewhere. If you have lost your cell phone, please come to me for it. If you have lost your bunch of keys, please come to me for it. And in the meantime, let me give a big shout out to our sponsors again: Tomlin Ellis, Marlon Davis, our principal, Mr. Albert Kocher, Sim Ice, Bethlehem Moravian College, Bethlehem Minimart, Fontana Pharmacy, Scientific Research Council, Young Vibes, JIS, the JTA, BMR, Technology Solutions Limited, NCB Foundation, and National Foundation. Our musician is going to entertain us now with some wonderful music. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with us today as we interact and enjoy each other's company and view the different displays that are here today. And I know we are going to have a wonderful time. Mr. Musician. Schoolfield Primary and Infant School. That's Mr. Bigby's school, right? So you know you have to pay me and Mr. Bigby has to pay me. Which one of you are going to pay? Are you having a good time? Are you learning? Come and get your food. I'm not going to charge you.
Construction taking place. Over now, Miss Olivia.
Miss Olivia, what do you have to add to this lovely presentation? Seems as if it's something that I will use in my class.
Alright, so whenever they heat something, heat expand, right? When the heat, the candle out, the air becomes cool, and then cool air start to contract, and at the end of the day, this is what causes the balloon to suck down into the glass. This is what we call a vacuum. So this is what we use to explore air pressure, and we can say air pressure is the vacuum created inside the glass, which is lower than the air pressure that's outside the glass.
STEM in full flight here at Bethlehem Moravian College. But that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Ladies, thank you for that. I hope that it is one of those things, or what we call teaching aid, that will be adopted and used to make STEM fun in the schools in St. Elizabeth. Because everything that we do, we want to ensure that our students learn and find it exciting as they learn.
We call this little experiment the power of the balloon.
Wonderful. The power of the balloon. Thank you very much, ladies. And we move on. Make certain that you visit all the booths. And while we're on another booth, we are looking at a teacher exploring density. And she's going to tell us, not just me, but all of us here as curious minds, about exploring density.
So we are here with eggs and water. So I am here showing the children an experiment using eggs and plain water and also salted water. So some persons are here saying that the egg is going to explode, but no. So we have noticed that the egg did not explode, right? What happened to the egg?
It floated.
It
floated.
So Blake is here saying that the egg floated when we add salt to the plain water. So what does that mean, Blake?
It's less dense.
Keep him on. Good job. What is less dense? So, come, you can try. This is a safe place. So we are all going to help you. So, the egg. Anybody wants to help?
The water got less dense.
So,
The egg floated.
good job. Give him a hand. Awesome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Blackwood. Ms. Cunningham, science at work. And our students with their curious minds are learning a whole lot. Now we are at the booth that speaks about or is showing how magnet work. Yes, explain to us what is taking place here.
Okay, so today at our booth we are having a lot of experiments with magnetism in action. And the one that we're doing now, our students are working with the magnetic slime. So they're trying to remove some paper clips that are hidden in our slime. And this is very exciting. I hope everybody can come over and watch our students.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I'm excited and I hope that you are as well. And we continue. I see something here that looks like a jigsaw puzzle.
Right.
And the name of this book is Forces at Work. Tell us about that.
Alright, so Forces at Work. So this is a jigsaw puzzle and it's like a competition. So at least 5 persons can enter. So these 5 persons have 3 minutes to complete the puzzle, tell the type of force that they're seeing, as well as tell me what other experience or where they have ever experienced the type of force in their daily living.
Thank you very much for that. Joe, give me some body. I will be back after that book to see more and important to stay more. Healthy eating habits. Tell us about your healthy eating habits. And you are from? Say it again, let them hear.
Pisgah Primary and Infant School.
Please come over to Pisgah Primary and Infant School and look at balanced diet shopping list. In this time when everyone is curious and conscious about what they eat and about their health, Pisgah Primary and Infant is ready to guide us through a balanced diet shopping list. So you are going to hear from Akilia now, from Pisgah Primary. Please give her a listening ear.
Okay, I will be explaining what our booklets are about. So our booklets is to help you eat balance, shop balance, and it also helps you with a little bit of budgeting.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay, so we did a survey in our community and also in school, and a population of the children were not eating healthy. So we created these booklets to help you shop healthy and eat healthy.
All right, show them inside.
Okay.
Tell us about what is in
there. Okay, so in this booklet, there are columns for you to write your carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and water. And there's also a column at the side where you write your price, and at the bottom you write the date and the amount you spent.
Thank you very much, my little friend from Pisgah Primary. Ladies and gentlemen, please make certain that you come over to this booth, because some of us really need to learn and to educate ourselves on what we eat and what we put in this temple called our body. Thank you very much, my dear. As we move on, now at 5-7 down school of everybody here with it. Yes. The principal and I go way back, and you are going to explain to us what it is that you are doing. And it reminds me of my childhood days as I look at what you are doing. Tell us.
So right here, I have a rubber band powered car. The rubber band inside of it represents kinetic energy.
Repeat that for them for me, one more time.
The rubber band inside the car represents kinetic energy, so the car can move. And at the back, we have a windmill, so the car could have speed. The reason we made this is because gas messes up our ecosystem, so we need to come off of gas in the near future.
That was simply amazing. Thank you very much for that, for educating us. You know, part of the reason why BMR is here as well is to look at alternative sources of energy. Because as you rightly said, gas is messing up our environment. And we need to ensure that our children has a good future. And in order for us to guarantee that future, we have to look at alternative source of energy. I love your display. Thank you. And I hope you will enjoy your day here with us. So tell me something now. How come you never tell me who your teacher is? Bigger up.
I would love to thank Miss Robinson for being our teacher and loving us all.
Thank you, Miss Robinson. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And please enjoy, yes, please enjoy your day. And continue the wonderful work that you are doing with these little ones.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you. This is amazing. I'm imploring you, and those who are here, all students, Bethlehem students, call your friends wherever they are and tell them to come and join you on the field. We have everything that you would need down here. Everything that you can think about. And since we are a training institution, I'm certain that you'll get a lot of wonderful ideas on how to make the process of teaching and learning easier and more fun for the students that you have. And now we are at, let me see this, Bethlehem Primary Infants, and they are going to explain to us what they have on display for us today. Who is the guest speaker for the group? You are?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
Howard.
Miss Howard from Bethlehem Primary, our neighboring school, one of our top corporate in school. They have something on display, and Miss Howard is going to explain it, what it is that they have here today. Speak to us, Miss Howard.
This project is a water dispenser.
And what does it do?
This project can give us water.
Can give you water. And was this made by the students here?
Yes, sir.
All of them? Who are the teachers that guided you through this process?
Sir, Miss Darin, Mrs. Brown, and Mr. Barrett.
And Mr.
Barrett.
Barrett. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for that. And please come and visit Bethlehem Primary booth, and you will see what they have on display here. Very cute little ones. Thank you very much for being here with us, and we hope that you will move around too and enjoy your time with us. And I know your teachers and your principal. Thank you. And they have a chart here, steps in making a water dispenser, where they actually take you from step 1 to step 8 and how it was done by our students, our young creative students. This is what we like to see. Wonderful. Keep it up in there.
Thank you.
Yes. Braze River Primary. I think Braze River was the first school that came here this morning, right?
No.
You're not the first, but I saw you first. And your little ones are here with us with a lot of things on their table, and they are going to explain to us what it is that they have on display today. And Mr. Henry, our logistics manager from Braze River Primary, is going to take us through.
So good afternoon. My name is Kaden Henry. So in front of you, this is called the Rockendon, the Clean Reach Pro. We were cleaning up our class, and we found out that
The normal brooms could reach tight spaces that so we could clean. So Ryan Cooper decided to sketch a drawing, and we made the device just for cleaning. So, and it has a magnetic function. So if you drop any pins on the ground, you can just take it up immediately.
That's amazing.
And it has an extension for cobwebs. And it can clean high-reach glasses and clean tight spaces.
Brazil Primary, I am amazed at your invention. I am the Scientific Research Counselor and our persons from the Ministry of Education and Science need to come and look at this board. If we have you at your tender age of 9, 10 and 11 doing designs like these, just imagine how bright the future will be for you, for your school and for our country. I love what you are doing. It's amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm imploring you, make certain that you stop by Braze Rivers Primary booth. They have some wonderful things here. And those of us who like to clean as well, I'm certain that you are going to find their invention very, very interesting. Very good. Thank you very much. And thank you for coming to Bethlehem to share with us today. Amazing work. It's called the Rack Done Clean Reach Pro system that you can use. Even magnetic can pick up off the floor. Not magnet, I mean metallic things that you may have on the floor. Goshen Primary and Infant School. I know Goshen Primary and Infant, and I know your teacher, and I see you around, and I see you have a number of things there. I don't know if I can eat them, if I can taste them, if I can touch them, what they are made from, but I'm certain that you or your teachers are going to explain to us what these things are that you have on display for us. Ready? What's your name?
Nikki.
Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to our booth. We are from the Goshen Primary School, and today me and my team members are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Nikki Maitland.
My name is Donathan Palmer. My name is Chelsea Simpson. My name is Kimberly Turner.
Today, we are going to talk about the African beauty, castor rose oil. The H in our name stands for healthy. Our product is rich in texture and there's no additive. And it is for all age groups and male and female.
Today we're going to tell you the benefits of the African Beauty Castor Rose Oil. It's also used for hair and skin. It helps with dandruff, hair growth, and also helps with split ends. It helps with, it cleans up acne, it banishes wrinkles and dark circles. It smoothens cracks, heals, and it treats corns.
This is our marketing budget for our product. Our expenses for the first quarter would be mostly on promotion. We plan to promote our product on social media such as Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, and Facebook. Also, we plan to do public relations like public events and gifts and sponsorship. We also plan to do content marketing where with the use of business cards and key rings.
Goshen Primary School has a Facebook page and plan to create a website to promote our product. And finally, we plan to do advertising through product demo video, product image, television, and radio.
The main ingredients of our product are castor oil and rose extract. Here, no, skin. Massage a few drips onto your face, ideally after cleansing and toning. Here, apply to scalp or hair. Precaution. Store in a cool, dry place. Avoid direct eye contact with eyes. Shake well before use. Packaging 50 milliliter for small containers. For large containers, 30 milliliter. Price. For the small containers, $800. For the large containers, $1,200.
You should shake the African beauty before you use it.
Wonderful. Say it again. You should
shake the African beauty before you use it.
I want you to do something for me too. I want you to big up the teachers who are here with you today and who help you with the development of your product.
Thank you, Miss Connery, and thank you, Mr. Davy and Miss Comrie, for your wonderful help with us.
And we are just simply amazed by what you have done with your product. And you know the beauty about this? It's not that they're here just display, but they are taking us through all the different stages, from marketing of the product, yes, to the ingredients that are in the product, to the precaution that you should take. I'm certain that the Scientific Research Council would be very pleased of what you did just now. Thank you again, Goshen Primary, and enjoy the rest of your day with us. Yeah. Teacher giving instruction. One of you boys come forward. I am presently at Seaview Primary booth, and my little ones are going to take us through the display. Now, please come and look or listen keenly to what they have to tell us.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gideon Tennis. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dijon. Good morning, everyone. My name is Randy Reynolds.
Tell us what you have on display.
We have an eco self-water planter on display.
Okay, what are the plants that are there?
There are scallion, kale, spinach, and the rest is flower.
Okay, you want to explain to us how it works?
There is a hand. This is a hand pump which you use your hand to pump. When you pump it, there's a check valve in the bucket and a small one in here. So when you pump it, the one in the bucket will make the water come up, and the one in here will not make the water go back down. So they will find an opening, which is this, and come through
and go under here, which the plants will absorb the water that they need.
Wonderful. Amazing, amazing. And what's the name of the teachers that accompany you here today and who help you with your project?
Mrs. Elliott.
Okay, please tell them thanks for us. Both of them.
Thank you, Mrs. Elliott and Miss Edwards.
They say that St. Elizabeth is breadbasket parish of Jamaica. And if you want to see that info display, just come over to Seaview Primary School and you will see how they can use mechanical force to form an irrigation system that will help to give water and nutrient to the plants that we grow in this beautiful parish. Thank you again, teachers and students from Seaview Primary. And we are moving right along. And Mayfield Primary and Infant, they are going to tell us, you need to come. All of you need to come over here. You need to come and look at what Mayfield Primary and Infant has in display for us today. It's just amazing. And our little ones are going to tell us about everything that they have out here for us today. Introduce yourself. Head boy, head girl, tell us.
Hello, my name is O'Brien Nunes from Mayfield Primary School.
Hello also, and my name is Emma Myers, and I am also from Mayfield Primary and Infant School.
Hello, my name is Addison Smith. I am from Mayfield Primary School as well.
Okay.
Hello everyone, I am Adrian Clark from Mayfield Primary School.
Tell us what you have on display now.
So we have a solar oven. And we have some more pictures there.
Tell us about all of them. Everybody's listening.
Emma, you talk. Give everybody a chance to talk. Yes.
So on display here, we have a solar oven, and the energy that is being displayed here is alternate energy. Now we know that alternate energy is renewable energy, clean energy, natural energy, and why I chose this project as my thing of the day to do is because the way I see the earth going right now, how people are staying, I really see the need for a solar oven.
Currently, there are 6 alternative energies. So the first one is solar, second is hydropower, tidal energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, and bioenergy.
Our project is on solar energy. This panel right here uses the sun's ultraviolet rays and reflects them into this box right here, which we have bread, eggs, and water in here. The eggs will be cooked if the sun comes back out, and the bread will be toasted and the water will boil. We can also dry fruit in this project.
The ones that are other displays.
Tell us about
maths. Come over to the maths section and you go over there to it.
We have three-dimensional shapes, such as cubes, square-based pyramids, the cuboid, triangular prisms, and we have geoboards which use board
plastics to represent shapes. We also recycle things to make our projects.
Over here,
Remember the robots?
we made a comic strip based on solid waste. We know that solid waste can pollute the environment, so we have to take the initiative to teach people about solid waste and its negative impact on the environment.
Wonderful. Next one.
Over here we have a little 3 baskets
with go foods, glow foods, and grow foods. So in the go foods we have cereal, peanuts, potatoes, and oats. In the glow foods we have bananas, cabbage, broccoli, corn, and pineapples. So, and in the grow foods we have chicken, eggs, beef, cheese, and fish. Over here we have a box made from fudge sticks and trinkets. Trinket box. Over here we have aquariums. The first one made from toys, stones, strings, and what seems to be glitter. Over here we have paper, more paper, googly eyes, sand. And in the third one we have stones, more paper, and more sand.
Mayfield Primary, your display is amazing, but we are not finished it. I'm looking for one of your teachers. Oh, here she is. Yes. Tell us your name and
Excuse me,
Good morning. My name is Violet Clark Thomas from Mayfield Primary and Infant School. Now, our project was really done over a short period of time. Yes, very short period of time, because I am not really the one who was coordinated to do the project. But when I saw that it wasn't going anywhere, I took it over. And right here that you're seeing is mostly the grade 6 students, because that's the class I am at. And so I just ran with it. So most of the things here we worked on this week. I took some pictures on my phone with the children, pasting, nailing, cutting, gluing, painting, and they worked on all of these yesterday. This one was started, the solar oven was started on Monday. And we were able to test it yesterday, and it actually burned out the egg that we put in there because the sun was so hot. So we know it works. And this is one way of preserving the environment. Instead of burning fossil fuels for everything, it saves on your energy bill. So the little things that we cook every day using our gas and our electricity, we could put them in here as long as we have a hot day so that it can be done so we can get it to use. Over here is the outdoor math corner. Some of these were not built this week, but the children would have made them in their class while they are doing their group work. And it shows not only STEM, but it also inculcates the A in the STEM, which is STEAM, which is the arts. Because there are many students in our classroom who are not visual learners or auditory learners. They need to work with their hands, and then they learn from that. And so you will see that they build their three-dimensional shapes from papers, and they had fun doing it when they work together and collaborate, and they learn. They use the shapes that they built to build out of the city, just a replica to show what a little village would look like in real life, the shapes that are used in our environment. So you see the measurement coming out, the geometry coming out, the engineering coming out, the arts coming out, and also the mathematics. Over here now, we have some historical buildings in Jamaica. Now you'll see Monroe College, you'll see our church right beside our school, St. Mark's Anglican Church. And this is a great house because I am originally from Clarendon, so great house in Clarendon. So we are using real buildings in Jamaica for the children to make. It takes time because you have to be precise with your cutting and your pasting. Now, even the solar system, we don't want the children to be handling the stencil knife too much and the saw to cut it. So as adults, we do the cutting of the board. But for the cardboard now, they would use the scissors. And so we have to help them to do some of it because we need the help of the adults in order for the children to learn. And we don't want them to hurt themselves. Now, you will see this is a poster showing how we can preserve our environment instead of throwing the waste all around. And so it was Addison who drew this and wrote it up. She's an artist. She's a budding artist. She also did Marcus Garvey as well. And these 3, 4, 5 here would not be done by our grade 6 students. They were done by grade 3. So they're showing you the piece and how it looks. So this is made from styrofoam, cartridge paper, glue gun, and wood for the brain. And skeleton from cardboard. Now you may be wondering why this is here. Now this table is 32 years old. It was my daughter's table when she was a toddler. However, it was thrown out. And I happened to find it in the garbage bin. So you will see repurposed right on it. And I sand off the feet and I get a different piece of board and put it on. And of course, we wrapped it because we never had the time to paint it up. So we wrapped it with something scientifical, you know, learning science, and put the plastic over it. So it can be used now by children, little toddlers. Over here, you will see we have cardboard table. Now this cardboard table, though it's made from all cardboard, and when it is being made, the children did not believe that it would work. So can I sit on it? So we had to reinforce it inside. I said, listen, it has to be strong, just like you bake in a building. So please sit on the cardboard table and show them how strong it is. It's a table, but it's very strong because it has upright cardboard, sideways cardboard to make it strong. And of course, we know that our environment is really under fire with waste, especially the tires. Everywhere you go, you see tires all over the place, and that's a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And so instead of throwing away your tires, the children, they know that they can use it for gardening, whether horticulture, agriculture, but instead they decide to make an asset chair. Chair because there's a back. There's a back. So the back is made of a piece of board and sponge. And of course, you can sit in there and relax because it is so comfortable. And they had fun painting it. Now, these could be used on the outside because they're waterproof. All right? And so you can put it on a tree and you can be very comfortable. All right. You can test it out. You can test it out. You want to test it out? All right. Over here now, we have some displays. The children made their trinket bags, their pencil holders out of wood sticks. And those are wine bottles. And most of them drink wine, just throw away the bottles, right? Now this is to show you that you can use your bottles to make other things apart from just drinking the wine. So these are vases that you can actually put your flowers in and decorate your house, and the aquariums to show what a real aquarium would look like when you look underneath the sea. All right? And here we have a market woman. She's made from one of these same wine bottles with papier-mâché. All right? And then the chiffon thing there. And just paint her up and make her very pretty.
Now, we want our children
to understand that taking care of the environment is very, very important for our future generation. And so instead of throwing away our plastic containers, they are encouraged to do container gardening. So they can paint it up and decorate them and put their little plants in them. And so they become very useful. Now, all students are to be aware that without a healthy Mother Earth, we all perish. And so if we take care of Mother Earth, it will take care of us. And therefore, from they're very small, we have to teach them that the little things that they use to litter the environment, they can have fun making things from them and learning from them. And instead of having this lots of waste on the roadside, we can reuse, we can recycle, we can re-gift, for what is waste to you is treasure to somebody else. We can reduce the waste in our environment by using the various R's. It's not only 3 R's, you know. There are many, many R's that we can use. And so we need to practice using these R's to have a very healthy environment, because if you look at what's happening in our world today with climate change, it is because of all of the fossil fuels being burnt and all of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which is causing the havoc on our world. And so we need to make sure that we all know how important our mother is to us. Take care of it.
That was just amazing. We were schooled just now. Ladies and gentlemen, make certain that you come across to where Mayfield Primary is and come and learn. Did you just see the teacher full flight? Yes. All materials that we discard from day to today, we can repurpose and reuse them. And that is on full display with us here at Bethlehem. How could we have this simply amazing? Our students, our young ones are teaching us on how to secure this world for future generations. Thank you, Mayfield. Thank you, teachers. Yes, amazing. And then I hope is here, and this is a school that are community service. And right now, for those of you who know, we are school free, primary and infant, and one of what we have on display here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. So the students first going to explain, come and explain now to the audience and then I can repeat.
My name is Josiah Morgan and I am from School D Primary and Infant. My name is Rahim Robinson and I am from School Primary and Infant School. My name is Jeffrey Williams and I am from Schoolfield.
Come on, a little bit closer to me because it might tend to chip out when you are too far away from the monitor. Right. Explain to us now what you have on display.
This is a water irrigation system. We have a 5-gallon jug that acts as the tank, and it sends the water to the lock and valve to on and off the water. The bottles are pressure pumps made to push the water through the hose to cause a sprinkling effect.
Tell us about the grass that you have here. What's the purpose of the grass?
It's to show how the sprinkler waters.
As it maintain moisture in the soil as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. And Mr. Allen, we're going to speak to us about the project that you students have done.
This is a water conservation system that reduces the amount of water that we would mainly use to water our plants.
Wonderful. Mr. Allen, you made that all the students there?
The students.
Yeah, man, tell all of us, man. And the mic, yes.
Yes, so first and foremost, I must big up Dr. Bailey for this wonderful exercise. This is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Open the minds of the students, and the students to think critically so that they can solve real-world problems. So we're looking at how we can conserve water. So we didn't want to use any electricity, so we use gravity feed, right? And we know that water is very important, because without water, our plants cannot come to maturity. So we have to conserve water, especially in the drought time. So we have to conserve water. So this is our project. This is called a sprinkler system, irrigation system. So we use a 5-gallon bottle as the tank. We use PVC pipes, the lock off, and we use these iCool water bottle. We use screws for the sprinkler to create a sprinkler effect. Now, these two bottles play a very vital role in this project right here. If you notice that we use two iCool, a specific bottle iCool, because we don't use a bigger soft drink bottle, because if you notice the iCool is more softer, the material is thinner than an iCool bigger cool drink, right? So these bottles now act as air pressure. So what it does is a pressure chamber. Act as a pressure chamber. So what it does now, it keeps the air under pressure. And when it keeps the air under pressure, it builds up. The air pressure builds up in the bottle. And when the pressure builds up in the bottle, the air pressure now pushes against the water. So the air pressure distributed through the water distributed through the pipe. Now, when we turn it on, the screw here acts as a sprinkler. So when we turn it on, the air pressure helps the water to create this effect. So this helps to conserve water, because as I said, water is very important. So basically, that is it. Powerful.
Tell us about your body.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This section here basically is displaying students' projects on different topics. So this right here is a landform. This right here is showing helping to reduce the greenhouse effect. Here is a recycled air transportation, and this again is also recycled paper, showing the different types of landforms. And over here we have a submarine, showing the use again of recycled materials. So we are cutting down the waste in the environment by reusing them to make new products. Thank you.
Let's have a round of applause for School Field Gardner.
Wonderful work, teachers. Wonderful work, students. And now we will move on. I saw them this morning when they were setting up PVC pipes, plastic cups, a lot of vegetable, and so they are going to explain to us What is it that they have on display for us today? We are talking about Hopewell Primary School. Take it away, Hopewell.
I am Akshana. I am Ashan Smith. I am Alan the Scott. This is a the reason why we came
The reason why
we came
up with the hydroponic system, we looked around the environment and realized that farmers depend on rainfall. When there is less rainfall, we have drought. So some farmers have to buy water, which is very costly. And some farmers' crops die. So we researched and came up with this hydroponic system because we are trying to conserve water in agriculture. So we sketch out our structure, then we gather the pieces. Some parts are recycled, like the board, and some are new. The board is, and the paint on the board is environmental friendly, so we can preserve the board because it is going to be in sun and rain, so it doesn't rot. For example, some crops like melon, when farmers only sprinkle the fertilizer on them, some melons are big and small. So our cabbage will get nutrients equally.
Yeah, that's true. That is very important.
So that's it. Our medium is peanut starch. We also can use sponge and coconut oil.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Hi, good morning everyone. Alright, so I am the teacher. So I am Tamara Lewis Hall. So as they stated before, we know that St. Elizabeth is the breadbasket parish and we depend on farming. So most farmers depend on rainfall. So where the school is situated, it depends on rainfall. So when we have less rainfall, then we know that there is drought. So farmers have to buy water, which is very costly, and sometimes seedling died, they have to replant. So at times they do not make a profit. So here our problem now, we are trying to how to conserve water so we will have production of crop all year round. So we research and we come up with different solutions, but hydroponic farming system stands out to be the most effective one. Reason being, it is a system that do not use soil. So it is a water-based nutrient solution system. The impact of it is that it conserves water. So it will recirculate the water. For example, it recycles the water. So we use a pump. So the pump will send the water through each pipe and then it go back out into the same container. we use a nutrient, but at this time we did not add the nutrient because we want to bring back our cabbage sucker at school. So when it starts to mature more, then we add the nutrients to the water. It also it's environmental friendly because one, we do not have to cut down the tree. So hence it helps to prevent soil erosion. It is environmental friendly because we do not have to use chemicals. So hence we do not have chemical pollution. It heals crop all year around. So you can just change whatever the growing tray is. Here we use plastic cup. So we can just change it. The medium which is growing now is peanut trash. You can use sponge where you cut the sponge, you make a hole, and then you put the plant sucker through it. We use coconut core, that when you ox the coconut, the string that you see in here, then you can grind it and you get coconut core. The impact of it is that all the plants here, they get equal distribution of nutrients. So that is a positive impact. It do not require a lot of labor. So here in traditional farming, we have to pay a person to weed. So here we do not have to weed anything. So here when you have less labor, you have more product, you have more profit because you do not have to spend a lot of expense, all right? How here we use some pipes are recycling, so when we just put them one side, so here we find a good use for them. Some of the fittings now we buy. We also use recycling boards. So here our stand structure is made of board. We paint it with environmental oil paint to help to preserve it so the board do not rotten. Because you know that we will have it in the sun, so it will preserve. For example, you hear that a storm or a hurricane is coming, you can take it up. It is space efficiency. So you have one backyard now, we have all stones and you don't have nowhere to plant something. You can use this to plant it. So you can plant lettuce, you can plant your cabbage, you can plant pop chow. And like how now the country cannot shut down, we have to invest in the hydroponic so we can have something to eat all year round. Are you agreement?
Yes.
All right. So this is our system. Here we use a pump, but you can also do it manually. You can have a bucket, so your pipe will go down in your bucket. You will turn on it. You will have a pipe now that the water will go through. So here your water is still recirculating. So here we are conserving water in agriculture, and we yield good crops. You have nice crop because all the plants get the equal distribution of nutrients. So as my students say that when you use fertilizer, when I used to go with my aunt, they used to scatter fertilizer, or they put some and they say, oh, I don't have enough fertilizer, so I have to short that one. So some come small, some come large. But in this case, you will have one size. And last but not least, this is improving organic farming. So here we can live, we can eat more healthy, all right? Because no pesticides, no chemical. So you know, say, it helps to prevent even disease, pesticides, understand? So it is it is environmental friendly. So I implore all of you, please to invest. It may can costly at times, depends on what you take to make it. But at the end of the day, you will save because you have this system all year round. Thank you.
Give Tamara a rousing round of applause for me.
One of our very own.
Thank you very much.
Hopewell Mary. And we move along. Ladies, I hope that you are impressed just as much as I am.
These students and their teachers are amazing. They are doing wonderful things. And I see some of our sponsors here, but before we get to them and to the SRC, Mr. Music, I know Now you're time to play some music for us so we can dance. Yes, take it away.
Technical Information Officer at SRC. With me, I have Ms. Olive Chambers, and she is our Senior Process Technician. And we also have Ms. Khadija Prince, and she is a STEM Ambassador in our STEM Ambassador program. About SRC. So SRC is the premier organization here in Jamaica that is responsible for fostering scientific research and applying its results for the betterment of the country. Some of these services that are offered at SRC include, of course, product development. We also do standardization. We have our waste water management consultancy. We also do training, and importantly, for the purpose of today, we do education and popularization. So at SRC, we have an arm where we are mandated by the ministry to popularize science and technology in schools for the entire island. So here we have some of the services and products that we do at SRC, and we also have some engaging activities for the students.
Students and teachers, visitors, please come and visit the Scientific Research Council's booth. I know they're on radio and television almost every day, right? Educating us on the job that they do and what we need to do as a country to make a better place. Thank you very much, Scientific Research Council. Are you coming from Kingston or Mandeville?
We're coming from Kingston.
From Kingston, to be with us all the way on the other side of the island.
Yes.
We truly appreciate you coming to be with us. Andy?
And a privilege to be here.
Please don't leave. Stay with us. Yes.
All right, guys.
And now we are at one of our main sponsors' booth. And this is, anybody want any money to borrow? We need any money to borrow today. Yes, I think you need to come right across here where you see the National Commercial Bank is located, and I'm certain that they'll be able to facilitate any request that you have for any amount of money. So please come over and talk to Mrs. Cohen and our team, and they will guide you through the process of how you can acquire more wealth. Yes, or loan. Mrs. Cohen. It's amazing to see at your alma mater. Welcome back to Bethlehem Teachers College, as you know it, Bethlehem Moravian College.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about NCB.
Okay, NCB, as you know, years ago when we used to do things manually and long lines, you know, but here we are utilizing technology, what you're promoting today, and it starts from, little events like these, and we have made banking so much easier in terms of our ABM network, our online banking. You can bank right from your phone. We have our, loans that you usually come in branch and access. You can access it from your phone. So just a few areas in which we are utilizing technology to improve the banking process.
I thank you for that, and I can attest to that. One of the things that I found out last year was that I can sit in my office at my desk and I can do a complete loan transaction from there. I did not go into the bank, not even once. They even have an electronic signature that you can use. And I find that to be so convenient and amazing.
That's right. Totally agree.
It's good to have you here today. And everyone that are here, please come over to this booth. And I'm certain that you will leave very happy today and probably a little bit richer. And thank you for your support and your sponsorship, Mrs. Cohen and your team.
You're most welcome. We're really happy to be here and sharing in this very crucial activity. Thank you so much.
And you and your team look amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Music Man? Oh God, we're having such a wonderful time here today.
It's just amazing. Mr. Smith, you and I have been friends for how long? Too long to forget, or to remember, not all. But it's great to see you, boss. It's great to see your team here.
That's right. I'm continuing the great work that you are doing with those little ones down at Teacher Place.
All right, sir.
Yes, boss.
Thank you.
And they're having Customer Appreciation Day over by the food area. I notice that I see my friends over there. I see the Serena, I see Sash, I see my favorite lady in the college over there. I see Tash as well. Please go and refresh yourselves after. And I see my friend Mr. Bruce acting as security over here. Please enjoy yourselves, everyone. At this point, I think the judges are going around and they are looking at the different displays, and I'm certain that in short order they will inform us about how impressed they are at what they see here today. I am certainly impressed when you see these students who are not older, no older than 12 years old. And the wonderful work that they are doing, how creative they are, how imaginative they are, where they are using their critical thinking skills to come up with real world solutions that is going to impact us in the future, and not far from now, you know, because part of the responsibility that they have taken on is that they are trying to clean up the mess that us as adults have made. You know, as I was saying, our students, these little ones that you see here, the foundation that we are setting for them now is going to determine what happens to them in the future and what happens to our country in the future. Everything that they have now, and that is why we have to protect them, we have to preserve them, we have to ensure that we continue to stimulate them, to bring out the best of them, the best version of themselves, because only then can we rest assured that our future will be secure. They are not going to be careless with our future like we are. They are cleaning up the messes that we make and to ensure that we